What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Shout out to everybody tuning in. I want to talk about this woman that was caught after the viral slaying of a friend of hers. And her name is Claudia Banton. And her friend or ex friend was Delia Johnson. This is how you pronounce her name. This happened in New York. She was tracked back to Florida, and they was able to apprehend her. And I think that that's good. People like this should not be on the street whatsoever. There are still no details as to why she would do this, but to me, this has all the makings of a setup. And that's just me. Okay. She's in that particular area for whatever reason, and she's on the phone, and Claudia just casually walks up to her. And the thing is, she could not see this woman walking up on her. And she takes out her weapon and takes her life. It takes a special type of just demented lunatic to not only do this, but to just walk away, drive away casually, not in a rush to get nowhere. It's not like you just committed a crime. And I just think that it's unfortunate. And this shows you that sometimes the people closest to you are the ones you got to look out for. The people that you've done things for. Now, there are several theories going around as to why this happened. But in these situations, it's always a man involved. Always. Now, it could be a money situation, but I don't think it was that. When women get violent towards each other, it always, for the most part, has to do with a man. There's always a man in the middle, right? She feels like she's paying her back for something. This is why, again, you have to be very careful and conscientious of the people that you give your energy to, that you help out, because no good deed goes unpunished. People that you call your friends could be your enemies. Now, this according to Cairo 7 or KIRO 7. A New York woman accused of ambushing and taking the life of a woman on the street earlier this year was taken into custody Monday in Florida. Claudia Banton, 42 of Brooklyn, was arrested in Jacksonville by members of the U.S. Marshal Service Fugitive Task Force. According to Action News, Jax Banton has waived extradition back to New York to face the charges. Banton is accused of taking the life of Delia Johnson as Johnson stood chatting with friends August 4th outside of an apartment building in Crown Heights section of Brooklyn. The shocking crime was captured by nearby surveillance. Yeah, if it wasn't for that surveillance, it would have been very difficult for them to solve this. Without the surveillance, we would not be able to get to the bottom of this crime and really figure out what happened to this woman. Okay. In the footage, Johnson, who was wearing a pink outfit, can be seen leaning against a stoop where several people sit. The woman police identified as Banton is seen casually walking up to Johnson from a white double-parked vehicle and firing at her head. The armed woman fires a second shot into Johnson's body as she lays helpless on the sidewalk. If this isn't all you need for why this woman should never be allowed out, there you have it. She made sure that she was not going to survive. Her acquaintances fall back on the steps and other bystanders scramble away as the shooter calmly gets into the driver's seat of the white vehicle and drives off. Unbelievable. Johnson was taken to Interfaith Medical Center where she was pronounced deceased. The motive of the incident is unclear, but Johnson's family told New York News Media that they recognized her as one-time close family friend. Both women had attended a neighborhood funeral earlier in the day. She was at a funeral early in the evening for an old neighborhood friend to pay her respects, and then this happened. Johnson's brother, Mathis Johnson, told the New York Daily News, in August, it was horrible. That woman executed my sister. Yeah, this is incredibly sad. I told y'all, man, women can be very vicious towards each other. They can. They love to paint men as the ones who become very violent with women. Who it's normal to only see these types of things happening with men. But women can be very vicious towards each other. Again, we don't know exactly why she chose to do this. There was a funeral earlier in the day. But this was something that she had planned. I believe she planned to do this. She was going to wait for the right time and the right moment, and she did it. And the way that she just casually, it's as if she set the whole thing up. But the only thing that people want to know is, why would you do this? What did you have against this woman that would make you do this? What would push you to the point of no return? What is the point of this? You were friends with this woman. And then it comes to this. I'm telling you right now, we don't 100% know, but I'm telling you right now, I believe there's a man involved, because women only get to this level of rage and anger when it comes to a man. And women will do vicious things to each other at the behest of some guy, avenging some guy, getting payback for something, right? Now 2 lives are ruined, plus families are ruined. This woman, Claudia, this very rough looking woman, took the life of somebody that was her friend out of what? Jealousy, spitefulness, bitterness. I told y'all, these women are losing their minds, and you're starting to see more stories of women doing stuff like this because they're starting to lose their minds. This was somebody that she called a friend, but you take her life. And now you're going to be gone forever, hopefully. And there's going to be families that are going to be torn apart. Both of these females' families are not going to like each other. That animosity that was drummed up due to the decisions of one person. Selfish decisions of one person. Mathis Johnson told ABC7 that witnesses say Banton and his sister did not speak to one another at the funeral. I asked everybody if they had words. They were both there, but there was no interaction, he told the station. 2 weeks later, hundreds of mourners gathered at Johnson's funeral to lay her to rest. According to the New York Post, mourners including Johnson's 17-year-old daughter. Mathis Johnson described his sister as a beautiful person who could help anyone in need. She didn't necessarily have the world to give, but she would give it, he said, according to the Daily News. She was an amazing woman. Everybody says positive things when people pass, but everything I said about her was 100% true. Delia Johnson's mother, Delia Berry, told CBS New York that her daughter had no enemies. Her community loved her, and that's real. That can also bring animosity as well. It's that animosity that you may not know of, but some people, when they are loved and they are appreciated in their community or by other people that they know, it may bring out the jealousy in others. But I'm just glad that this lunatic, this weirdo, was caught and is off the street. Hopefully they throw the book at her. She never sees the light of day. People like this, I'm telling you right now, people like this, you cannot under any circumstances overlook the fact that even if you're friendly with somebody, even if you're cool with somebody, sometimes distance is always the best thing. Because I believe that these two probably had a lot of issues with each other, but they always came back together. One forgave the other. But when one woman is more angry and bitter than the other, things like this is going to happen. I'm telling you right now, I would not be shocked if there's a man at the center of this that is responsible for this, or I don't say responsible, but is the catalyst for this. I'm not saying that they're responsible. They didn't do anything. This female on the left here decided to do this. And now she's going to pay for it with her freedom. So y'all let me in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.